Jump on quickly to show you how I use the pendulum to sometimes help me pick cards, or how you can use it to help you pick from a card deck or any particular card that you might like out of the card deck. In my readings, generally in the hour one, because there's a bit more time to clarify any questions you might have. And I also wanted to show you, because some people who are just getting started with cards also think too far into it as to how do they know when to stop when they're shuffling through the cards, and how do they know how to pick which card it is, and they think way too far into it, and then they end up not really sure if the card that they picked was the right message for them. So how I do it, so I always tap my cards, give them a bit of a blow to get the previous energy out of them, and then I think about what it is I want to know for myself or for my client, and then kind of give them a shuffle, and then it's sort of like this little for me. That's how I explain it, like a little stop. I feel a little like drop into my heart space, and I know when to stop, and then I pull out the card, and then that would be the card for me. But I'm going to show you how to do it with the pendulum. If you're ever unsure how to pick what card deck, if you're not quite, in touch with your intuition properly first, or just because it's a bit of fun. So for me, if you watch my pendulum, I ask the pendulum to show me a yes. So for me, you can see I'm not moving my hand there, and this is what my client yesterday was really tripped out about, was how this works. You can see that's my yes, is straight, backwards and forwards. So can you please show me a no? You can see for my no, so I'm not even touching it at all, and you can see how it's kind of starting to stop, and now doing a little circle for no. So my no is a circle, but everyone's is different. You just need to program and ask your pendulum or whatever it is that you're using, what is your yes and what is your no. I always program it to receive only messages from love and light, and anything that is for the best intention of myself. So to make sure I'm protecting myself, you can, if you want, imagine a gold bubble around yourself of protection, depending on how far you want to go into it. And how I ask, so I'm going to ask for whoever's on live or whoever's watching this on replay, what message they might need to hear today. So how I use it with the card, so I'm going to see which card deck is for you guys. I kind of hold it over each card deck, so it's not that one. You can see we've got a no there. Is it this card deck that the message is in? It's not in that one. Is it in this card deck that the message is for you guys today? And you can see a yes. So we've got our card deck narrowed down. And this also helps me when I doubt myself too, as to whether I've picked the right card for a person. So sometimes when I'm doing the readings, I'll have a, sorry, my dog's just decided to come and jump into the live. I will have a download of all these messages, and I'm pretty sure I've got the path of which this reading is going on. And then when I jump into the cards, they tell me more things that surprise me. And sometimes I think, are you sure this is for that person? And so I hold the pendulum over the card and say, is this the right card for that person? And it will usually give me a yes. I'm like, okay, well, I'll pass that on. And then it makes perfect sense for them. So it always works. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break this card deck now into fours. And then I'm going to ask which pile the message is in for whoever's watching. Is it in this pile here? Oh, it's already given me a yes. It's in this pile here. So I'll push these away. And I'm going to spread this out. And we'll find which card it is for you guys today. This is a really... so you're not there. It's still circling. Oh, it's the little hidden one in here. So just did my little back and forth for the yes. And your message for today is take a breather, have a relax, which is probably a bit hard for some of you that might be homeschooling or at home at the moment, for those of you that are in lockdown. But that's a little message that's come through, is take a little, be kind to yourself, self-love, take a little time for you, or a moment for yourself today, even if it's just for a cup of tea or to do a quick little live like this, but to go upstairs and make sure that they haven't ruined anything. I can hear no noise, which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'll find out in a minute. So that's our little message for today. Be kind to yourself, take a little breather, and yeah, that's how I use the pendulum with the cards, or if I'm ever unsure of what to pick, or if I'm unsure if I've picked the right card for a person or for myself, you can use a pendulum. You can even use a necklace like this. You can use anything with weight behind it if you don't have a pendulum, to show you if you've picked the right card for people. And so if you ever feel like that, you're a little bit scattered, you're a little bit too desperate for whatever the answer is going to be, and it's kind of messing with your intuition as to when to stop, these can be amazing for you. So get these from any woo-woo shop, or I actually heard that you can even use a phone cord and that will also swing in the yes and you know. There's also a way you can use your body as a pendulum, but I don't trust myself to do it that way as well. If you have any other questions, let me know. Exciting. If you have any questions about me for readings and what I do, feel free to comment or write me a little message. I would love to help you out. Have a great